Hey friends, hey, it's Britney Schanel here, back with another video. A lot of you all said that you wanted to chat with me more. So today we're going to go ahead and talk about what I do to maintain my mental health and remain happy. If you don't know, I do struggle from depression, and remaining happy is a step-by-step, everyday process. It's a choice every minute of every single day. So today, while we beat this face, we're going to get into it. But before we do, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on that bell notification so that you're notified every single time I post. And come here, let's go.
30, baby, won't you meet me by the beam? Too early, maybe later, you could show me things.
From my recent videos, a lot of you guys have gotten under the impression that because I seem so happy and bubbly, like on my shorts, I guess, that I am like this always happy person. And that is just so far from the truth. Like, it's not even funny. So I thought we'd sit down and chat about 10 things that I do to actively remain happy, because I do feel like happiness is a choice. It's not something that just, for most people, it doesn't just happen overnight. And when life is lifing, that makes it even harder to stay happy. And it's really okay if you don't always feel happy. No one is happy like 99, 100% of the time. Now, if you also shouldn't be sad 99% of the time, because then we need to talk about depression, because that's also real. And more people struggle with it than they know, than they think, whatever. One thing I'm so grateful for is that joy is something nobody can take away from you, right? I feel like happiness is a choice that something that you actively have to work toward. You actively work towards being happy every single day. Something's gonna happen that's gonna like throw off your day, and if you let it, it could really ruin the whole day. Someone's gonna say something, piss you off. Someone's gonna get on your nerves. You might be running late. Things are gonna happen. Stressors are gonna happen, right? That's just a part of life. And I think I've been pretty transparent on here about my mental health and my struggles and suffering with postpartum depression, which I later realized was just regular ass depression, because you know, like when you're depressed for so long, you kind of like consider it to be normal. But then when I got postpartum depression, it was so like I couldn't get out of it, you know what I mean? But I realized all my life I've had depression. It was just functioning. And when I got to postpartum depression, I just couldn't function anymore. So living with depression, I've had to actively develop a routine and steps that I put in place to ensure nobody, not me, not them, not her, is stepping on my happiness. I have joy from the Lord. Thank you, God. I know that no matter what I go through, that He is going to take care of me and provide, and I will be okay. And that gives me internal joy. But happiness, that's fleeting. We got to take steps on that every single day, friend. Every single day. So the first step in being happy, I would say, is realizing that you have joy. Sit down, make a list, write down everything about you, everything about your life, that no matter what brings you some type of joy. Nobody can take it away, okay? Nobody can take it away. And when happiness isn't there, you focus on that joy. That's the first step. When you don't have happiness, focus on the joy. Focus on the things in your life that nobody can take from you. I find that makes it a lot easier too to remember what to be happy for. It could be things like my kids are healthy, my family is healthy, I have life, I love my skin, I've been taking such good care of my skin, okay? It could just be anything that no one else can take from you. You can't take it. I worked for this, or God blessed me with this, or whatever the situation is for what we're talking about. That's the first step. When you can't find the happiness, focus on the things that bring you joy, friend. And that'll get you through to the next time you find some happiness. Because you don't want to allow yourself to be like stuck in this space where you're only thinking about the things that are not working out or the things that suck, whatever, which I've been guilty of this. I have been so guilty of this so many times. And that's why that's why I've had to just develop some checkpoints and things to put in place, because it could really swallow you whole. We're actually doing eyeshadow today, which is crazy. Now, this second one is going to sound crazy, and a lot of you may not necessarily get it, but a lot of happiness to me is choosing not to be offended. I see so many people get upset and offended by stuff that I would just let fly in one ear and out the other, baby. Why are we sitting around being offended? Who cares? She said what? She said who? Just don't be offended. And if something could be potentially offensive. Like, okay, you hear something and yeah, they're trying to be offensive. I do think that that's different. But even still, I'm giving people the benefit of the doubt, and not for them. Listen, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt for me. I do not need to internalize anything that this random person done said or did to me. I do not need to internalize it. So even if deep down I know they was being shady, baby, we just gonna pretend like they just don't know no better. We just give it, everybody's giving the benefit of the doubt. And like I said, it's definitely not for them. It's for me, because I don't have time to have my feelings hurt or to be upset or to even care about what these people is talking about. And that's a big thing for me. Like, I'm never choosing offense no matter what. Like, you may have said something that's off the way, and you may have meant it. You probably did. But listen, even like, I get into this argument with my friends a lot because they're like, what do you mean? How could you think that? Are you slow? Of course they were saying this. Of course. And I'm like, no, they couldn't have been. No way. They didn't say that to me. And I sit in that, even if I know that I'm just being delulu, whatever. I sit in that because to me, it's easier to just, it takes less effort and energy and space and time to just let the bare minimum of stuff slide. That's it. We just gonna let the bare minimum of stuff slide because we just want to be happy. We out here just trying to be happy. That's really it. And so we're not gonna care too much. We're not gonna care. Now, when it comes to my children, that's the one thing. When it comes to my children, that's the one thing that's never sliding. But anything else, my motto is that if it doesn't hurt me or my family, it's cool. It's cool. Go ahead. I'm not going to get upset about it. If no one is hurt, it's not causing any irreparable damage or harm to me or my family, I can pretty much let it slide. I'm not wasting my energy, my space, my time being upset about something that has no real world like effect on me or my family. That's it. That's how to sum it up in a nutshell. Yeah, such and such and such and such might be irritating me in the moment. Yeah, I might be pissed off. Yeah, whatever. But at the end of the day, if no one in my family is hurt, we're really good. And again, this is something you're going to have to work at, because as soon as you start this, the soonest somebody going to try it. They going to try it. And it's going to be hard to just ignore them and say, you know what? They're not worth my happiness today. It's hard. I ain't going to hold you. It's hard for me every single day. I wanted to cuss somebody out this morning. I wanted to cuss somebody out this morning and it's only like 8 o'clock. We're also going to actively do things that bring us joy. That means that if you like going out, make sure you budget to go out, okay? Don't try to just deny yourself the simplest joys in life. If you like to read, okay, make sure you pay for that Kindle Unlimited subscription. And this isn't always about money. If you like having quality time with your friends, make sure you schedule those check-ins, okay? You have to do what actively makes you happy all the time. No matter what, just do it. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it's just you and you. It's just you and you. Ain't nobody else here. I mean, we here, but we not important. I'm constantly telling my husband, like, get your kids. My husband works a lot, so when he walks through the door, I'm like ready. Like, of course, I have to give him breaks too, but I'm with my kids 99% of the time. So I'll be like, you need to get your kids right now. I'm going in the glam room. Don't nobody talk to me for 2 hours, because if I don't carve out that space and that time just to focus on me, I have to actively do that. I'll go crazy. It's just about carving out the time, baby. Just carve out the time. Let me just tell you. And you always want to remember to have a good attitude. Sounds like something you heard in elementary, but it's very true. Having the right attitude lends a lot towards happiness. Like, just look at everything with the glass half full instead of empty, okay? That's it, okay? Oh, your tire is flat, but that's okay. You got insurance. You go get a new sparkly tire, okay? That may be an asinine example, but you get my point. The glass half empty, just change your mindset, okay? Don't do that. It's always half full, okay? Whatever is lacking, it's coming. Whatever is out the door, something better is on its way in, okay? It's like a circle. So just glass half full. It's just a simple step that you could take every day, baby, every day, to make it so that you just don't be having to feel no way. You don't want to feel that way. Another biggie for me is finding or creating community. I have like all of you guys here, but if you don't have that, when I first moved to Louisiana, I was like very depressed because I didn't know anyone. Like I had family there, but I didn't have any friends, and I'm a big friend. Like I am a friend type of girl, and that was very like hard for me being there with no friends. So you know what I did? I went online and I went on Meetup. Meetup was big back then, and I joined some groups, and one of them was the Real Housewives of Baton Rouge, and I was like, oh, whoever made this, she must be cool. I love the Real Housewives. She clearly loves the Real Housewives. It's gonna be a vibe. And me, she moved to Texas, and I've since moved back to Atlanta, and we're still friends, okay? And that's it. And I met a whole group of people. Only one person I would say I'm still actively friends with, but I was able to get out the house. I was able to do stuff. She taught me things. It was just like a vibe, okay? Create community. Find the people that are your people and create community that way, because family can bring a whole other headache. And of course, we love our families, but it can bring a whole other headache, friend. The biggest things that help me stay happy is I don't ask for other people's opinions. Ooh, and I don't give unsolicited opinions. Ooh, nothing make my skin crawl like it. I never ask people that I know in real life what they thinking. Like y'all on the internet, y'all can say whatever, but somebody in real life, I don't even care. I never want to know what you're thinking. You would have to be someone I truly... I can't think of a person whose opinion. You know what? There's one person I ask their opinion, but genuinely speaking, I don't care what your opinion is. I don't want to know, because as soon as I tell you my idea or my thoughts and you shoot it down with a negative opinion, once I've opened that up to you, I'm coming crashing. I'm crumbling down, and I don't have time for that. So I just don't ask. I don't ask, and I get upset because I feel like when people give you their unsolicited opinion, it's like because they want to have something to say. It's like, but who asks? Like, but what makes you think I care? Like, what makes you think you're qualified? What makes you think you qualified, baby, to tell me about something I have going on? That be the thing. The qualifications be missing. That's what makes me mad. Ooh, I just got it. That's what makes me the most upset about it. The qualifications, they be missing, and people want to just give you every opinion under the sun. Nothing will get my blood boiling like that, so I make it a habit in my life. I don't want to know your opinion. Don't feel like you need to tell me, and that's it. I don't want to know. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Because I've had this thought process for a long time and these feelings about it, people already know. The people don't even approach me with it anymore. People don't even, they don't even bring it to me. It's a known thing amongst the people who know me. I don't want to know your opinion. If I do, any off chance that I do want to know, I'm going to ask you. Especially if it's about something that's going on, that I got going on. Baby, I don't want to know your opinion. And they know that. So I very rarely run into that anymore because I've made that boundary very, very clear for everyone around me. Your opinion is irrelevant. And I give people that same respect. I do not give my unsolicited opinion unless asked directly. I could sit there and listen to you tell a whole story that I think you are completely trash, you're the worst kind of person, everything, and not feel the need to ever tell you how I feel unless you ask me. Now, when you ask me, I'm going to light that ass up. But until you ask me, I never feel a need. I don't know about you, but I believe in the transference of energy. That's why the next thing on my list, and also another big one for me, is protecting my space. So if someone comes around you and they're feeling away and they want to talk about their problems, and it's good that people come to you for advice. It's good that people want to confide in you. That means that you're a trustworthy person and they're comfortable with you. But baby, we can't be talking about your problems every day. I have an expiration on that because I just can't, because, it's just a human thing that eventually all of those negative feelings that's going to be draining. For me, I find it to be draining eventually. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, I find that it becomes draining. And then oftentimes it's also not reciprocated because people who are constantly soaking, like, venting to you and coming to you with their problems, they're not most of the time the same person you would go to with your problems, The people who vent to me are not the people that I vent to. Like ever. Another key is to avoid gossip. The more gossip you avoid, the happier you will be. The absolute happier you will be. I cannot stand, it is one of my biggest pet peeves for someone to call me and say, did you say this? Or did you know this? Or did you know this? Mind y'all, I don't be knowing nothing about the people in my family because people don't even call me with the shit. I don't know who the drug addicts are. I don't know who got money. I don't know who husbands people. I don't know none of that. I am not the person with the tea. I do not want to know the tea unless it's on a reality television and they're like 10 steps removed from me in real life, because being mixed up in he said, she said, we said, oh, you said this about me, like, I don't have the time. And that just takes, I'm too old, really. So that is another thing. I just don't get caught up in all that. I'd rather know nothing. Unless somebody died and I need to be in intercession praying, I don't really need to know their business. That's how I feel. And if they want me to know, they'll tell me themselves. And one step to happiness that'll never go out of style, baby, and that'll always work is therapy. I've tried it for myself, so I know. And I don't think just if you unhappy, therapy is necessary for everyone. Everyone got some stuff that they can talk about. And if you don't, you're lying. And now I can't trust you, because why are you lying about the most simplest of stuff, okay? Everybody got something they can talk about with a therapist. And talking to, I'll be the first to say, talking to a complete stranger about, real life shit is much easier than the people in your real life. I'm sorry. If you haven't tried it, you really need to do it. That's it. Yeah. Another great thing about therapy is that they're kind of paid to listen to you. So I know some of us may feel like we have no one to talk to. You can kind of pay somebody to listen to you and talk all that shit out. That's a beautiful thing. And they're not going to get up and walk away if they get mad or they don't like something you say. Because that's what I find the hardest about sharing. People not like thinking what you have to say is invalid. So, yeah, not that a therapist should validate your feelings, but, they should at least listen to them and take them seriously. Fresh air, another simple one, but fresh air will do the body good. I work from home, so I find it increasingly important to just get out. The more I sit in this room, baby, the more I sit in this room and be alone with my thoughts, the crazier my thoughts become. They get out there. Protect your peace at all costs. That means that if you have to block, if you have to not answer the door when people show up unannounced, if you have to disappear and isolate yourself for certain periods of time, that is perfectly normal and perfectly within your rights to do. I find that I am my biggest critic. Like, no matter what's going on when I'm down, whatever I'm thinking, the thoughts that I'm thinking that are making me feel down, it's because of me. There are things that I have conjured up that may or may not have any truth or validity to them. So I think knowing that helps too. Knowing that, Britney, you're the only person thinking this. You just sat here and made this up in your head, and now you're really making decisions and beating yourself up real bad about these things that you just came up with out of nowhere. The devil is a lie. Foundation brush. Since y'all see me, I got distracted. I had to fix that right quick. Okay. Lastly, friends, just make sure to allow yourself some grace. Don't be sitting around just beating yourself up all the time, okay? That'll make you more sad than anything. I hope that these tips help, but just know that we're all going to be sad sometimes. We're all not just running around being happy 24/7. It's perfectly normal to experience emotions and highs and lows in life. And we all just out here doing our best, friend. We're just doing our best. So go be happy. I had to pop back on here to tell y'all. Y'all wasn't going to tell me my eyeshadow wasn't blended right. And yes, I fixed it. I had to take a headshot. But we not friends for real if y'all wasn't going to tell me. We not friends for real. I went to take a picture. And baby, the eyeshadow was so harsh right here. Love you, friend.
Degrees, way too cold, so hold me tight. Will I see you at the show tonight?